And welcome to part 2 of my blue and bird dice set. So first thing that I did when trying to put these guys in for the shell to get their numbers was to coat the outside with any of the excess resin I had on my gloves to make it a little bit easier for them to slide in, just because it is a little bit of a small entrance. And sometimes they didn't want to quite go in with the orientation I wanted, or as they went in they got shifted or they rotated. This happens a lot on the D20, so I actually ended up popping out the 20, putting in some excess resin again, and then re-putting it back in because I just wasn't happy with how it was oriented the first time. And then again the next day I was able to pull these guys out and see the final version of these dice, which I hope you're excited to see because they are absolutely gorgeous. One thing I did forget to mention is when I was pouring these dice, I did make sure that the molds were probably a half to 2/3 full before I ever tried putting the dice in. So there was already resin inside, so I didn't have to try and pour resin in and have it like go around the dice, because that would not have worked out very well. But after all that, here are all of the dice. I love seeing blanks go from their matte phase to the shiny phase after they get their shell on, because they don't look the same and the stickers just show up so well. I love like the holographic shine that's on them. I'm so happy with how these turned out. I do apologize for how out of frame some of these shots are. This was one of my first times using a new recording setup, and so I wasn't very good at realizing when I was in and out of frame, but hopefully you can still see them really well. They turned out so pretty, and I just love how the white pops on top of that blue. They ended up being inked in a light, kind of like a sky blue, which shows up really well on top of both things, and I hope you love them as much as I do. I never could figure out a name for this set, so if you come up with one, leave a comment below.